What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of 3 at 3, your best source for daily NBA player prop picks. I'm your host, Andrew Caley, and we've had a pretty good week in terms of profits. So we're going to try to roll that into the weekend with three more winners here tonight, and we're going back to the well for a couple of picks. That said, we're going to get to those a little later. For starters, we're going with Cade Cunningham to go over 30.5 points tonight when the Detroit Pistons visit the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, people are talking about how embarrassing last night's loss to the Pistons was for the Philadelphia 76ers and Joel Embiid as they're making a push for the top spot in the East, and he's making a push for MVP. But that means you just haven't been paying much attention to the Pistons lately. They've been pretty solid since the middle of February, essentially. They are 9-11 straight up, which isn't great, but it's pretty good for the Pistons. But what shows you how well they've been playing is that they're 17-3 against the spread over that stretch. And Cade Cunningham has been a huge part of that. The former number one overall pick has been outstanding since coming out of the All-Star break. And over his last 11 games, he's averaging 23.5 points while dishing out 7.7 assists. And even though Cunningham and his teammates are playing the second half of a back-to-back tonight, they're taking on an OKC team that might as well be playing in the G League right now. All of their best players are out of this game. And in fact, they'll only have 8 players total available for this matchup. Those injuries have obviously hurt the Thunder, who were a solid defensive team and a solid bet in the first half of the season. But now, since the start of March, they rank 27th in a defensive rating. So look for Cunningham to continue his strong play and go over his points and assists total of 30.5. That's a number he's eclipsed 8 times over the last 11 games. Next up is DaVon Mitchell to also go over 30.5 points plus assists, this time when the Sacramento Kings visit the Houston Rockets. So yes, we're going back to the well with Mitchell here. He came through for us the last time they played the Rockets just a few days ago. But the rookie out of Baylor is happy to be wearing the crown for the Kings right now with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis likely done for the season. I don't see them coming back. The Kings are going to be looking to make their draft picks as good as possible coming up here. But that means lots of minutes for Mitchell. He's logged nearly 42 per game over the last 5 games, averaging 24 points while dishing out over 8.5 assists per game over the last 5 games. And he also hasn't been shy about taking shots. He's averaging over 20 field goal attempts per game over that stretch. And that includes him going for 24 points and 8 assists in that last game against the Rockets as well. Houston, of course, is another team which has called it quits on the year, waving that white flag. They've shut down 2 of their best players for the season already, Christian Wood, Eric Gordon. Those are 2 good scorers for them. But that's also not great news for a team that already ranks dead last in the NBA in net rating. But they're also coming off a month where they ranked 24th in both points and assists allowed to opposing guards. So lots of opportunity there for Mitchell again tonight. Now this number has bumped up a bit, even since that last game against the Rockets. It was 29.5, 28.5, depending on your book. Now 30.5, but that is a number that Mitchell has still gone over 4 times in those 5 games. And the one time he didn't go over, he had 30 points plus assists. So over 30.5 tonight for DaVon Mitchell. And we close by taking another stab at Dejounte Murray to record a triple-double when the San Antonio Spurs host the Portland Trailblazers. One of our misses this week was the Dejounte Murray triple-double when they played against the Rockets on March 28th. Now, he came frustratingly close to cashing that bet. I think he started the game in the first quarter with like 7 points and 3 rebounds and 3 assists in the first 5 minutes of the game. And he actually ended with 33 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds, and had 7 rebounds going into the fourth and didn't get another one. But that's not too bad. And it was good enough to make me think that I can't resist this bet once again. He's averaging 21.2 points, 9.3 assists, 8.4 rebounds for the seasons, and has recorded 13 triple-doubles already this season. And now he gets a tantalizing matchup against a Blazer team that also resembles a G League squad right now. This team has definitely waved white flag on the season. Last month in March, they went 2 points and dish out the most assists per game over that 15-game stretch. And they also gave up the second most rebounds to opposing guards at that same time. So plenty of chances for Murray here tonight to fill up that stat sheet. The only worry here is obviously that the Spurs get up big in this one and they pull their starters down the stretch. That said, they are in a tie for that 10th play-in spot with the Lakers right now, so they can't really afford to cough up games. Maybe a few more minutes for Murray in this one to help us record that triple-double at this nice plus money of 310. Let's go. Okay, guys, so to quickly recap, we're going with Cade Cunningham over 30.5 points plus assists. We're also going DaVon Mitchell over 30.5 points plus assists, and we're going with our guy, Dejounte Murray, to record a triple-double at plus 310. That's it for 3 at 3 today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.